This is a Film Stories original podcast.
We made this.
Welcome back to the X-Cast. The truth is in here. I'm Sarah Blair, and I'm here to bring you a very special edition of the show. We have a special preview of the 30th anniversary X-Files Fan Fest that Jim Thornton and Kelly Anthony are doing with the X-Files Preservation Collection in Saratoga Springs, New York. So I have Jim and Kelly with me now, and we're going to give you a little bit of a preview of what to expect. So hi, Jim. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Doing great. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Yeah, doing good.
Excellent. I'm so glad you could join us. Before we get started, for people who may just have not heard your story yet, can you give us a little bit of an overview of how you started the X-Files Preservation Collection and a little bit about what it is?
Sure. Do you want to?
You go right ahead.
Okay, so Jim has been a lifelong fan. So since the day the pilot aired, been a fan of the X-Files. He started collecting like as soon as commercial items started coming out. And that collection kept growing and growing until he finally was, we made connections, etc. And now we have the largest known to us collection of screen used X-Files props, wardrobe, production items, etc. And we have opened a physical museum so that the fans can come and see the collection. And our thing is we're preserving the history of the X-Files and highlighting the people that brought that show to life. So Chris Carter, Gillian Anderson, but also the people behind the scenes, behind the camera that worked hard to bring that show to life.
Yeah. It really is like a family-oriented show. Like everybody mentions they all felt really close. So it's pretty amazing that you guys are preserving that and showcasing that for the fans.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And that was a story. So at our grand opening, Chris Carter was there to cut the ribbon, and I had the honor to sit with him and be the photographer as everybody met him, which meant I got to hear all their great stories, which was over and over again. My dad got me involved. My mom got me watching X-Files, friends that got together, all sorts of stories like that were just amazing. And that's kind of what the fandom is, and one of the things we want to celebrate.
Absolutely. And you guys got to pack up your collection and bring it to the fan fest that we had a few years back in 2019, and that was pretty exciting. How did you feel driving that across the country, all of those items? Is it stressful?
Yeah, that was
terrifying.
Yeah, that was really, really terrifying. Right now, hindsight, if I had to do that again, I don't know. I think I would probably not do that. With all that stuff in the back. But that was, when we were at that fan fest, that was something. Seeing some people come from all over the world and seeing their jaws hit the floor, and that was only a small portion of what we had.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of the collection, even some of the stuff that we brought with us, we weren't able to display there. So being able to have it out on display now means a lot to us.
Well, in the museum right now, I mean, we still can't display everything we have. We would need a building that would just a massive building. Mm-hmm. We do turns and stuff like that.
Yeah, the good side of having too big of a collection for the space is that we can keep reimagining the exhibit, right? We display different items, change things around, keeps it interesting for the fans.
Yeah. So if you come to this event that you're doing in July, we will get to see some things, but then later on, you're going to probably shift things around and change things out. So that'll give us a good reason to revisit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I remember at that fan fest, you were there and you got to see a particular hat.
I did.
Yeah. You did.
Yes.
And I can't wait for you. I hope you're coming to this one because, boy, do we have something for you to see this time.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah. If you come and you see it, trust me.
You thought the hat was
cool?
I hope it's what I think it is.
It's not the dog.
No.
Nope. It's not.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. When we were able to obtain this particular piece from Quagmire, I will say, yeah, I was astonished.
Right.
I was absolutely astonished.
It's amazing
that it existed, and the condition that it was in, it's basically almost in pristine condition, for being what it is.
I just have two questions. Is it big and is it blue?
Well, it's kind of, I know where you're going with that one, because she does the same thing. It's the same thing with her. It is kind of big, but it's green.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's green.
Okay. I think I'm very excited. It's going to be great. So we mentioned this is going to happen in Saratoga Springs, New York.
Right.
Am I correct on this? You're going to have it in you're going to have the museum location, and then there's the city center things happening. So what's going to happen in each place?
So we have the limited experiences on July 7th. Those take place at the museum.
Okay.
So that's Friday. And they're basically 2 hours, very limited. I refuse to sell more than a very small number of tickets so that when you come for that 2 hours with whichever celebrity you bought an experience with, you actually get to spend time with that celebrity. And, hopefully you're going to get time to talk one-on-one, and maybe you'll even get to walk around and check out the museum with them, depending on. And
the new stuff that's being, turned into,
right.
Because that's, when you meet celebrities, sometimes you're kind of rushed.
Right.
And this right here, it's more intimate, right. It's more personal experience and stuff like that.
Plus, you're going to be able to get your photo with the celebrity in a more intimate setting. At a normal con, you're going to have the Comic-Con backdrop, our backdrop, but now you're going to be in the museum setting. So it's going to be more like a personal experience. And all of them except for Christopher Logan's comes with a very special signed and numbered J.J. Lendahl print relative to that celebrity.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
that's exciting. And those
are on Friday.
Okay. And that's going to be a separate ticket.
Yeah, those are all separate individual tickets.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, we're going to be in both locations. So we're going to be at the city center, and we're going to have
the majority of the celebrities are going to be at Saratoga Springs City Center.
Right.
We're going to be having Mark Kudra and Chris Waddell that worked behind the scenes. They're going to be at the museum. And then, with, any paid admission or anything like that, it doesn't matter what it is, we're offering a free luxury shuttle service that is going to go, just a continuous loop from the city center
to the museum. Back and forth.
So, and Chris and Mark are going to be there to talk to the fans and stuff, and to go over everything they know behind the scenes and stuff like that.
And they'll be in the museum so they can actually talk about, more in person about some of the displays and stuff that they're familiar with.
Awesome.
And those autographs we are giving to the fans free of charge. So if you go to the museum and you want to talk to Mark and Chris, those autographs are free of charge from Kelly and Jim.
Yeah.
With love to the fans. And then at the city center, all the other celebrities will be there.
Okay.
So, and that starts, I think, early entries at 9:00 for the VIP people and 10:00 for general admission. And everyone will be there. There's been some confusion. even the people that have experiences on Friday are still going to be there on Saturday. If you buy a general admission ticket or a VIP ticket and come in on Saturday, you're going to be able to meet them. Like some people were concerned that they missed out on William B. Davis or Annabeth Gish. They will be there on Saturday. You can buy a ticket and you can come in and meet them.
Excellent.
That's
news.
important.
Perfect. And so we said it's going to be July 7th and 8th. And you've got hotels and rooms blocked off and available for people to reserve, accommodations available close by. And we can find that on the website, the X-Files Preservation Collection website. Excellent.
Absolutely.
And tell us a little bit about the tickets and what the options are for tickets and everything.
So we have the general admission ticket, which is just what it sounds like. General admission, it's $30. You can come in. You will have to buy autograph and table photo tickets separately.
Right.
Okay.
General admission, autograph, table photo tickets will be available at the door. You can pre-buy them on the website, or you can get them right at the door when you come in. Then there's the VIP ticket, which in that you get the early admission, you get to, entrance into the museum and the city center on Saturday, and you also get the VIP party with the dinner and the panels, and we even have a special Zoom Q&A session with Chris Carter during that.
And then you get limited edition art print from J.J. Lindahl.
Right, all the details are up on the website with all that information.
Perfect. I know you've had a couple of previous events at the museum. Are you going to be doing this as an annual event?
We're in talks right now of possibly doing something like an annual, event. But I think we're also going to kind of, mix it up a little bit, and it's still going to be X-Files related, of course, but I think we're going to venture out into celebrities from different, shows and movies and genres and stuff like that, a whole mixed bag of stuff. I think that's what we might do.
Right. But our thing is to make it an annual event. It's an annual event. We like it to be in the summer so that people can, plan during their vacation. We love getting all the fans together. We want it to be like an annual thing, not a once in a lifetime,
right?
You're never going to do this again kind of experience.
Sure. Kind of like a family reunion almost.
Right.
Kind of.
An X-File family reunion.
Yeah. What are you most looking forward to showing off in the collection? Do you have any favorite things that you are looking forward to letting people see?
I'm most excited about that thing that you're going to be most excited about. So
yeah. That's pretty exciting. I'm really excited about that. When people see that. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, people's reaction, because I got done digitizing thousands and thousands of original film negatives from the show. Wow. And people are going to see a lot of stuff that was never seen before. Like, what was the monster called in Arcadia?
The Uber Muncher.
Yeah. You're going to actually see what it really, really looked like.
Right.
And no offense.
Why they didn't show it on screen.
No offense, prop guys, the X-Files. You're going to see how hokey it was.
There's a reason you didn't ever see it clearly on screen.
It's in the dark. Yeah.
Awesome.
Amazing.
We're going to have a video monitor of thousands of negatives and slides of behind the scenes of like Fight the Future and stuff like that. Wow. That's never been seen.
Yeah, Jim's been working really hard on trying to digitize as much of that as possible.
Yeah.
And get hard print it all out for people.
Yeah.
Some of them's up on the screen.
Yeah.
So there'll be like a constant slideshow. He's done a lot to read a lot of the displays. So
yeah,
new stuff.
That's amazing. Is that anything that you might have plans to put on the website at any point, or is it just exclusive?
Well, let's get past this event, and then and then I'll go from there.
We're fully focused on this event and making it as awesome as possible right now.
Yeah. So, is there anything else that you feel like people need to know?
I think
people that have come up here for either it was the grand opening or when we had the other event in October. It's people that have already been here and they're coming back. They're in for a different experience because up here in Saratoga, especially in July, it's totally different. Mm-hmm. And, get out, venture out, and explore because there's some really, really cool stuff up here.
Right. So the city center's right on Broadway, and Broadway is an amazing street. The one thing I can say for Saratoga is downtown is awesome. It's walkable. I mean, people come here and just walk Broadway. There's outside like cafe seating for people watching and all kinds of really cute little shops. So you're going to get to see Saratoga. One, it's all shiny and pretty. So that'll be awesome.
Great.
And then, at the museum on Saturday and stuff, we're going to be having some people that dabble into the, paranormal stuff, they're going to be at the museum. They're going to be talking to, people that are interested in all that stuff. They're going to be bringing all their equipment and stuff like that. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
Right. We have the tattooing from Sacred Vault. Yep. We have an author that writes books on cryptids. We have, we're very proud to be able to have Mel, the cookie jar by Mel. So she'll be selling cookies, but a part of the proceeds go towards organ donation. And then we also have the zombie leader guy coming, and he's raising money for cancer research. So he's cosplay to raise money. So bring your cosplay, dress up. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be a good time.
Because that's one thing, we kind of want to give back a little bit, because to help out wherever we can and stuff, because, so much people, they've helped us, and, it's just time to give back.
Absolutely. That's something we're really proud to be able to do.
Yeah, well, as fans, we really appreciate all that. I know it's a very special thing that you guys have and that you're doing to help preserve this show that we all love and enjoy and can revisit again and again. So that's very exciting. And I know we can find on the website who all is going to be there, but can you give us like a rundown of who we can? I know you mentioned a few names already, but who can we expect to see?
Of course, we've got William B. Davis and Annabeth Gish and Brian Thompson. We've got Karen Conoval. We have Christopher Logan. We have so many people. Okay, we have Byers.
Bruce Harwood.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm having a little brain fade there, Bruce. I'm sorry if you hear this. Right? Yeah. We have Scott Bellis. We have, I'm trying to think of Chris's last name.
Chris Owens.
Chris Owens, thank you. And we have, as we said before, we have Mark Kudra and we have Chris Waddell that worked behind the scenes.
And JJ Lindell is going to be there signing too for his artwork. Yeah. Can't forget. Yeah.
Wow. Sat with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, JJ. It was too many names all at once.
It is. It's a lot to remember.
Common. He's going to have his art prints there. Yeah. So he's doing some new art just for the event that'll be for sale. Yeah. And we're really excited to have him there.
And he did your website and all your artwork on your website. And
he does all our artwork.
JJ does everything for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We are big JJ Lindell fans. And, we're thrilled that he's going to be able to join us.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. And we're looking forward to July. keep us updated, and we'll be sure to pass information on to the fans as we get it. And it sounds like it's going to be a great time for everybody.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's going to be a fantastic time.
Let's see. Let's remind everyone of the website where we can find more information.
Yeah, it's xfilespreservationcollection.com.
Yep.
Excellent. And we can find you on Instagram and Twitter.
Pretty much every social media, just at X-Files Museum.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much. And for all our listeners out there, we appreciate you stopping in for this special preview. And until next time, trust no one.
The Xcast, an X-Files podcast, was created by Tony Black and is produced and hosted by Carl Sweeney, Sarah Blair, and Kurt North.
You can find the podcast on Twitter at the X_cast, on Facebook by typing in the Xcast, and in our group, X-Files Basement, the Xcast podcast fan group, and on Instagram at the Xcast Pod.
Don't forget, you can support the show by becoming a member on Patreon. Our patrons get early access to episodes, behind-the-scenes chats with our hosts and a thriving community of X-Files, and other premium interviews and specials. To find out more and subscribe, you can go to patreon.com/thexcast. That's patreon.com/thexcast.
We are also part of the We Made This podcast network, full of popular culture shows, including our Millennium series, The Time Is Now. You can find all of our shows at our website, wemadethispod.com, or via Twitter at wemadethispod.
Thanks for listening, and keep watching the skies.